Well, hey guys, welcome back. Today we're taking a look at Rapido Trains Comet cars. Now this is a New Jersey Transit version of a cab car, so we'll take a look at what you get in the box next. Now, these were introduced by Pullman Standard as replacements for old commuter cars. They were nicknamed Comet cars and were built in around 1970. They started being built all the way to 73. Looks there's some Rapido stickers in there, by the way, squirrel. But they were built from 70 to 73 for Erie Lackawanna Railroad services, pretty much out of New Jersey. Exploded parts diagram there. And they kind of had pretty good success with the EL and then New Jersey Transit. So they used the Comet cars all over. The use of them quickly spread to other commuter agencies. Boston's Massachusetts Bay Transit Authority got some in 78. Metro North and Connecticut DOT got some in 83. Philadelphia's SEPTA, which is a Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority, got some in 87. And Montreal got some in 89. So in 2008, SEPTA and Front Runner of Salt Lake City received Comet cars to bolster their fleets as well. So, and off into the West Coast, LA's Metrolink leased Front Runner cars from 2008 to 2010 due to some fleet shortages. So that's a little background on the cars, and here's a couple iterations of it. Here's 5684 and 5142. These are both New Jersey Transit versions of the cars. And I know a lot of people were looking for these to be produced. Previously, something not even accurate was produced by another manufacturer, and people were buying them up, and they were going for big bucks anytime anybody could find them. Now, speaking of bucks, these actually sell in sets for a U.S. price of $319.95 MSRP or $379.95 Canadian, and some of them go for $351.95 USD and $417 Canadian, depending on variations and features. So there's a lot of different variations here of these cars, and they are also available in singles for $99.95 USD or $119.95 Canadian, and in some cases $109.95 USD and $129.95 Canadian. I know there's just a lot of different pricing, but the main thing is to check your brick and mortar hobby shop or online retailer to see, where you can get these. Now, lots of great features, so let me get the little 360 Vanna White deal and we'll take a look. So Rapido is really the top of their game in terms of passenger cars, and some of the stuff in the box I forgot to show you here. There's couplers and some components, and then this turns on the lights inside, controls lights inside and outside, which are track powered. But the main, we can do the 360 of the car. It's got metal wheels, a lot of great features. The diaphragms there are tubular, they're not just thrown on plastic. You got marker lights on the end. There's also grab irons and coupler cut levers, metal couplers on the end, appear to be KDs. Detail inside is great too, but it's probably going to have to be lit in order for you to see it a little better. Stair detail, but really the name of the game on detail is, Rapido especially, is the bottom, because you can really see a lot of detail, and the light just soaks up with these white or with these black cars. So I'm trying to add some additional light for you to see just how crazy the detail is. Got all that electrical conduit, plumbing, brake line rigging, compartments, airline hoses, It's all under there, and they really pride themselves and do a good job in making sure you have a detailed car that's not just something you can run as a model, but essentially a museum piece of sorts. So you've got interior cab car lighting, as we talked about. The underbody detail is amazing. Correct inside bearing trucks with metal wheel sets are here as well. So I'll let you look at that. You can see where there's electrical pickup for those interior lights, but they mask it pretty well. The windows are tinted, and you can have your interior lighting in DC or DCC, and the grab irons on the end are metal. So I think I've covered all the features. Let's put this on the track. As you can see, there's marker lights on the end. If I take this magnetic wand here, I can actually control those. So you can see on and off there with the marker lights on the end and the magnetic wand. As we move to the interior, this is your best chance of getting a view, if I can not go past infinity focus, of how detailed the interior is. It's just insane. They've got more than one color, which is just the first step on separating themselves from other manufacturers, because a lot of manufacturers will drop a single color mold inside and you'll have one color for the entire interior, but the floor is a different color than the seats, and the seat backs are correct, and the seat armrests are correct. It's really hard to really show and do justice on a video like this where you're trying to peek inside a window, but it's just great. And then when you move the cars, there's no flickering or anything like that. You don't have a little disco party going on inside, because there's a capacitor that's going to stabilize that current and make sure you're not having any power interruptions, which is pretty great as well. Check coupler height here, and that appears dead on, and it's the same on the other end. So these are great for NMRA compliance, and that includes, give you guys another view of the bottom here. We have an NMRA gauge for wheel sets. All the wheel sets are in gauge as well. So this is a fully NMRA compliant car. It gets the NMRA seal of approval in terms of testing, not by the NMRA but by me, on this review, which is rare because a lot of couplers are out of height. I'm just going to do a pan job of this car from the side. The finish is a special process as well, so that looks nice. New Jersey Transit with the 4 different colors looks nice. Interior detail is great, and they run really smooth as well. So you can have a lot of these cars in a consist and not have any problems with drag either. So these things are going to free roll really well, but they have good weight to them also. Well, that's going to wrap up our review of the Rapido HO scale Comet commuter car in New Jersey Transit. A couple different variations here for you to see, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time right here on my channel. Take care.